You want to make passive income online. You want to make passive income online, but you want to make passive income online. And I know it can feel like you're being pulled in a million different directions. You have a website, you're creating content, and you're posting on social media. In fact, you're doing everything those gurus told you to do, but you're still not getting the results you deserve. So today, you will learn exactly which areas you really need to focus on. It's simple. The area that you really need to focus on is the one that produces the most money. And by the end of this lesson, you will know exactly how to do that, because you see, this afternoon, I had a consulting session with one of my students. Her name is Eva, and I mapped out a simple but powerful strategy to help get her business to the next level and start generating some serious passive income as quickly as possible without waiting for search engines to send her traffic and without spending a fortune on ads. Now, this system is easy to build and it can even be automated for passive income. And Eva has kindly allowed me to share this information with you so you can benefit from this too and grow a more profitable internet business. Now, once we have the system built, you just need to send the right type of traffic to your website. So if you stay until the end, you'll see the traffic methods that I never share on YouTube or anywhere else. Okay, so let's go to the computer and I'll show you Eva's website and I'll show you the map that I have created for her. This is Eva's website. It's called fitformotherhood.com and it's a fantastic resource for new mums who want to lose weight. And it's evident from just looking at the content that she really does care about her audience, and it's exactly the type of website that I love to get involved with and I love working with, because it delivers actual true value to people's lives. Okay, so to figure out what is working so we can do more of it, we need to have a look at Google Analytics. So if you have Google Analytics installed on your website, let's open up a new browser window or a new tab and let's log into your Google Analytics so you can follow along with this too. So on the left hand side of Google Analytics, we have behavior. Click on that. Next, click Site Content, open that tab, and then we have Content Drill Down. Click on that. Now you're going to see some of the most recent stats and activity on your website. Now, if we move over here to the top right hand side, we have some dates. If we click on that, choose Date Range Custom, and now we change the date range to, well, at least 3 months. So pull it back a bit and then click Apply. And now it's going to change the data here. If we scroll down to the columns here, the ones that we really need to be aware of is page views and unique page views for the moment. Now, page views, that's good for your CPM earnings if you're running AdSense or another type of ad network. Unique page views, that's the number of people. So that's the really important number to focus on. So in the first column, we have the most popular piece of content on Eva's website, and it's getting almost 30% of the traffic. The rest of the traffic is spread out across all these different pages, and we have 74 rows of data to go through if we wanted to, but we don't have to, because we know that this page gets the most of the traffic. So that is going to be our starting point. So let's go have a look at this page. Now, this is going to be our top of funnel content. That's the real starting point. For most of those visitors, this is the first touch point, first point of awareness of the website. So it becomes top of funnel. And this piece of content, 4 tricks I use to lose the baby belly pouch, that worked 2 times now. So if we have a quick look at this piece of content, here we can see something very powerful. This is credibility. This is an actual case study result that proves Eva knows what she's talking about. Now, you have to have credibility in your content. You can't just tell people what to do without showing results, without proving that you really do know what you're talking about. And Eva has done this beautifully. So her content is on point, but there are a few issues here that she needs to resolve. So the very first thing that she needs to do is add a call to action above the fold. So that is a way to ask people to opt into her email list. There's a couple of different ways she can do this. So she can embed the form and the copy directly on the page, or she can use a scroll mat. So as soon as somebody lands on the page, we have a drop down box and it asks people to subscribe that way. Also, she needs to have another opt-in form somewhere in the actual content. So it could either be in the top half, halfway through, or at the bottom. Here is a demo on Profit Copilot. So if we just hit my website, we're going to get a drop down. There we go. So here is an opt-in form. It's got a specific outcome, desirable result. It asks people to opt in to get that free series. They put in their name, they put in their email address, and then they click, yes, I want more traffic. Or they can click, no thanks, and go down to the rest of the content. Let me show you another way that I'm collecting leads. So if we click on this piece of content, if we scroll down to, so less than halfway through the content, we have this opt-in form again. So it's for the exact same offer, but it's just slightly different. It's in a different place. So if nobody wants to opt in immediately, they just want to get to the content, and then they realize that, hey, this content is pretty good. Now they have another opportunity to opt in to the email list. And not only that, if we scroll right to the very bottom, here I have a call to action down here. So at the very end, the very final line of this piece of content, it asks them to visit a landing page. So instead of an opt-in form at this point, I just have a direct link to the landing page instead. Okay, and I know that this might seem obnoxious with the amount of times I'm asking someone to subscribe, and that's okay, because the more obnoxious we are, the more results we get. And this serves to qualify people who are really interested in what you've got to say. So you're really only dealing with those people, because you don't want random people subscribing to your email list. That's just going to push up your expenses, and it's going to lower your open rate. So you don't want to do that. Instead, you really do want to qualify people, and that's an effective way of doing it. So for Eva, and for possibly your website as well, what I want you to do is have an opt-in form right at the very beginning. It's the first thing they see. But having an opt-in form is just part of the battle, because we need to get very specific about the offer. And thankfully, I have a formula to help you do that. So it is desirable result plus desirable time frame minus obstacles. And that equals conversions. Now I'll walk you through what this actually means, because if you can stick to that, you are going to do amazingly well when it comes to selling on the internet or asking people to opt in or take any form of action. So let me give you a template to use, because this is incredibly powerful. A headline could be something like how I lost X pounds in X weeks. Let me just move that over for you. How I lost X pounds. So this is a desirable result, a desirable outcome in X weeks. That's a desirable time frame. And then if we can add in some obstacles, so without X, Y, Z. So if we have, say, 3 obstacles that we can help them overcome, we now give them 5 reasons to subscribe. So how I lost, I don't know, 30 pounds in 12 weeks without crazy diet, strict gym regime, or expensive personal trainer. So that could be a good template to use. And if you combine a headline like this with results like that, so tangible, real results showing the before and after, your conversions are going to go crazy. Okay, so that's the first part done. Now, the second thing to do is create a separate squeeze page. So a separate landing page where we ask people to subscribe. And sure, okay, it sounds a little bit weird that we're asking people to opt in on this page, on the top of funnel content, and then creating a second page that asks people to opt into the same thing. But let me explain the strategy why we need that, because what we're going to do is retarget the people who visit this page but did not opt in. So we're going to run an advert just to those people. You do that through creating a custom audience in Facebook. That means you need to go to Facebook, grab the pixel code and install it on every page of your website. Now, I have previous videos that walk you through the process. So when we run these Facebook ads, what's actually happening here is, because you're only targeting the people who have already visited your website, that means your ad spend is ridiculously low. So it costs you almost nothing to target those people. Now, of course, you are in a kind of bidding system, but it's going to be a lot cheaper than just running to cold traffic. Secondly, not only is it dirt cheap for you to run these type of ads, the engagement and the conversions are going to be so high because people have already visited your website and they're familiar with your brand. So that means trust is pretty high. And you do that through creating a custom audience. It's very simple to do. I do have previous videos. So you target the people who visited this page but did not opt in. Now, thankfully, Eva has made a start on a separate landing page. This is it. It does need a little bit of work. So here's what I would recommend. First of all, improve the copy. Get it very specific to the top of funnel content. So the 4 tricks I used to lose the baby belly pouch, that worked 2 times now. So make it completely relevant. Make it almost like it's part 2. So the next step on from the top of funnel content. So improve the copy. Get rid of this menu bar. The logo's fine. Get rid of this breadcrumbs section. Get rid of the sidebar, because what we want to do is make sure that people land on this page and don't start going exploring other parts of your website. They've already seen your website. Now is the time to get them to take action. So we give them 2 choices. They can opt in to your email list, or they can leave. And that's it. And when they opt in to your lead magnet, to your email list, you have to redirect them to a second page. So let me draw this out for you so it's really clear. So let's draw on a landing page here. So this can be a piece of content, it can be a squeeze page. The important thing is it has the opt-in form and a subscribe button. As soon as they subscribe, they are directed to a second page. This page does 2 things. So first of all, it says confirm your email. The second thing that it needs to do is offer a one-time deal, a one-time offer. So this can be an affiliate offer if you want, or it can be your own product. It doesn't matter. So the copy could say something like, thank you, it worked. Please, please check your email and confirm your address. Something like that. And then you could follow on with something like, while you're here, don't miss out on this one-time offer. And then you have the pitch underneath. So what's going to happen here is the people who opt in here, most of them won't buy, and that's okay. That's fine. But there's going to be a percentage who will, and that means you make money immediately from day one. As soon as someone opts in, boom, there is going to be money in your account. Now, most people will just go check their email, that's fine. So let's have a look at that confirmation email that Eva is sending. So this one, please confirm your subscription. What we really need to do here is add a level of personalization, because you're asking people for their name. When they subscribe, you're asking for their name. So use that in the actual subject line of the email. That's going to increase your click-through rate. Secondly, get rid of this template. Make it plain text. Don't do anything fancy. Keep all the links out of it. You only want one link, one single link on here, which is confirm your email. Don't use buttons like this. Just keep it as basic and as plain as possible, because you want to make sure that your content or your emails always land in the inbox and not in promotions. So you have to write and present it in a way that you're just a regular person, you're not a company. And that is going to increase the chance that it lands in your inbox and not a promotional folder. Okay, so confirm your email address. At the moment, this is directing me to a thank you page where it says, welcome, you are now subscribed to our newsletter. This is a little bit of a mistake, because what happens here is people click through, they've confirmed, they're expecting to get the free gift that you offered them. What happens is like, oh, okay, I didn't get anything. Where is the free thing? So on this page, all you have to do is confirm that it worked, that yes, they are now subscribed. Thank you for that. Here is your download. Here is the free gift. Have it on this page. However, how Eva is doing it, let me show you. In the promotions tab, this email has landed. So here we're doing it right. So we have the personalization. But again, the template needs a lot of work. It needs to be plain text, as we've already discussed. But if we click download now, it's taking us to a Google Drive page. Now, I understand that this is easy and it's free hosting for your lead magnets. What I would strongly encourage you to do instead is actually download this and then upload it to your website. So make sure that your lead magnet is always on your website. And we do this so we have full control over it. So nobody can take it away from us, nobody can shut it down. And we can also add tracking to the page if we want to. Okay, so this is the lead magnet, which is fantastic because if you notice, it's short and sweet. So it's not one of these epic free ebooks that nobody reads. This is a piece of content that someone is going to consume. They're going to read this from start to finish in a few minutes, and they're going to get enormous value from this. The only things that I would change would be to add bullet points to each of these sections. So laundry wall sits, I'd just add a few bullet points there, maybe 3 or 4 bullet points, because that helps people feel like they've learned something. It also keeps their attention, helps them become engaged with your content. It's easy for them to digest. So add bullet points for each one of these. what you can do with each section here is link out to a separate, more detailed product that goes more in depth. So for example, laundry wall sits, if affiliate offers exist that go deep into that technique, then you can link out to it here. Same again here for this one, and again there and there. If not, then what I would honestly really encourage you to do is just have another section at the bottom that has an additional resource. So another product that they can purchase, and that can be your own or an affiliate link. But here you're monetizing the lead magnet. So you notice that once people opt in to the email list, we start monetizing in multiple different ways. One of the most powerful ways of doing that is, of course, going to be through the lead magnet. Another way is in the follow-up sequence. So let me draw it out, because as soon as they opt in, they're added to your database and email list full of email addresses. So on day one, you send them the thank you email. So here's your free gift. Confirm your email address. Day two, you send them, it could be, let's call it an E for educational. So you're going to help them to transform a little bit more, take them more further on their journey. Then on day three, you can then use a case study or before and after, a story. So let's go case study. And then on day four, we have the money email. So this is where you're going to generate most of your revenue, is on day four. Now, to make this really work, to make day four really pop, on each of these days, you need to tease this email. So you could say, maybe on day two, you could say something like testing new product. So testing. And then on day three, you could say something like, it works. I'll tell you all about it tomorrow. And then on day four, because they're expecting something to happen, they're expecting some offer, then they're primed and they're ready to buy. So this process of warming them up is vital. You have to do that. You have to tell them that something is coming. So let me add that something is coming on these days. So you can start on day one, but certainly by day two, you want to make sure that they're aware that there is an offer coming. So you don't just hit them out of the blue. You don't hit them cold. They're expecting it, they're excited for it, and then they're going to buy. And then one final very important point is all of these emails and the lead magnet and the front end content, the top of funnel content, each of these, everything, all these emails, everything, it all has to be relevant. If you don't have relevancy, this will not work. So if someone has subscribed to lose baby weight, everything that they encounter, every piece of communication and offer has to be related to that. And when you put all this together, who knows what kind of amazing results you will get. Like Matt, he's one of my students who's making millions of dollars. And if you want to know the secret, and you really do want to make money online, you're going to need the right type of traffic, because traffic equals money. So I will give you the traffic methods that I never share on YouTube or anywhere else, completely for free, when you go to profitcopilot.com/traffic. I'll also put a link to that in the description. And if you found this useful, give it a thumbs up below, subscribe to the channel too, hit that little notification bell so you never miss an update from me, and I will hopefully see you again in a couple of days' time. Take care.